Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I am going to pray to the god of dislikes for some kind of huge miracle to happen. Now, to understand this miracle, we got to go back a little bit in time. So, last summer, I was really stressed out. It was 120 degrees. I was alone. I had COVID 19, and I was scared to death. And as a result, I actually did really well at my job. I teach at a community college, and I got 5 out of 5 reviews on all of my students, actually, in large part because I was trying to hide from all of that. I was having difficulty networking with people. I obviously couldn't change the weather, and I was trying to hide from all of that. Here's the problem. I'm doing so well that I got a class in Apache Junction, the other one in Glendale, and the thought, and plus I have to move out of this home at the end of the year. My landlord is selling the place. I don't know how she's going to do it. She's been dragging her feet on a number of repairs, but whatever the situation is, I'm just praying something happens to bail me out of this. I don't want to be driving 40, 50 miles, and but I really love all the students. I really do. And even if I inherited $1 million today, it's not like, oh my God, I can quit my job. No, I love my students. I'm just hoping something's going to bail me out of having to drive all that distance. I don't know what. A miracle train just appearing that I could take to the campus, a miracle spaceship, something, right? I suppose it's possible we could have something happen that requires us to go back to remote work, but I wouldn't like that either, right? So I don't know. We'll have to pray, right? After all, there was a historical reference to a church that had a miracle staircase, right? You can Google that, right? So tomorrow I wake up, maybe a teleportation device just happens to appear, right? That only teleports between the two campuses wherever I decide to live. For whatever reason, just happens to appear. 3 machines just randomly drop from the sky, right? That could happen, right? But I am lost just thinking about this. And also, another thing we need to pray for, the campus at Apache Junction has a lot of infrastructural issues. The office that I was working out of couldn't get cell phone reception, and they don't have a good kitchenette to use. And also, the parking spaces are awkward. Often, especially in the summertime, I feel like where I park, it's gonna fry the inside of my car. I drive a 20-year-old Kia Forte. I don't need the seats to be fried up, right? So pray something happens, right? You know what? I almost the other day I almost found myself praying that something happens to the campus, a fire, especially in the middle of the night where nobody's going to get hurt, right? Just something to destroy the building. A hurricane will rip the building apart, and then we could just rebuild it, right? I was kind of daydreaming about that, right? And I normally don't daydream about destructive stuff like that, but I just wanted a new campus, right? And so I started to daydream, because I love AI, of course. I started to daydream. What if I just bring a device that uses billions of watts to go mine cryptocurrency, and it accidentally sets the campus on fire so that we could start over again, right? I normally don't daydream about stuff. I was just upset about the facilities, that's all. But I love all of the students. I'm getting 5 out of 5 reviews. And at the same time, I'm often praying that I wish I could make an art piece that would sell for a few $1 million. But then what? I still love all of my students, right? So it just becomes a huge tangle of what I actually want, right? This is the Peter Dislikes, the Peter Miracle Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Miracle Show. Bum 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 bum.